Hey, it's Adrian, and today I'm taking a look at this TONGATE case for the Z Fold 6. This case offers a ton of protection, including hinge protection. There's rear camera lens protection. You can keep your S Pen in here. There's a built-in kickstand and a holster with a belt clip for easy carrying. However, there are a few trade-offs that you have to make if you choose to use a case like this. So let's take a closer look to see if this could be your next case for the Z Fold 6, and a big thanks to TONGATE for sending this out for review. In the very large box, we have the case. So there's the rear case with hinge protection, the front cover. There's also a holster that can be connected to your belt. There's also a warranty instruction manual, additional adhesive strips, wet and dry wipes, and dust absorbers. Let's take a look at the case before I install it on the Z Fold 6. So right away, there's this soft type of felt material. Hopefully you can see that. And this is meant to protect the back of the phone from getting scratched, so no problems there. Now taking a look at the hinge, you can see that just kind of snaps back, so it seems to be spring-loaded. Now this will accommodate the new S Pen, or the S Pen that's available for the Z Fold 6 and Z Fold 5. However, if you're using the older S Pen, which I think is the 2021 version, I haven't used it, there's a little notch here. And what you can do is you could use your fingernail and just slide that out. And you can see you could slide out this kind of bracket or holster. And this is for the slim type of S Pen. And then that's going to give you a bigger opening to accommodate the larger, older S Pen. So it's great that they've included that kind of versatility in here just for people who are running the older versions. Now taking a look at the top, so we have cutouts for the ports here. And then again at the bottom, notice that the USB Type-C port, you are going to be using this a lot because you will lose wireless charging once you apply this case. So you will have to plug your phone in. Just be mindful of that. We have the volume buttons right here, and then a large cutout. Again, this is for the fingerprint reader and power button. And then at the very rear, we have a sliding shutter cover or lens cover. And you can hear that clicks into place every time you put it. So it's not just going to slide out kind of willy-nilly. You do need to put some kind of force to get that out. And then we also have a kickstand, so you can just lift it up, and then these are the levels of angulation. So that's as high as it goes. So you could just kind of have it this way, or you could use this for horizontal viewing. Now the case is pretty much an all plastic build all the way through. However, it does have an MIL 810G-516.6 rating for protection. Now the front case has a built-in screen protector, and that's why we have these peels. Now we do have cutouts here for the port and the speaker grill, same as on the bottom as well, and this is what it looks like on the side. We have a little indent here just to help you open and close it, and then this should already be some kind of pre-applied sticky pad here for adhering it to the front screen. All right, here we have the holster, and again, pretty much an all plastic build, very lightweight, and it has a built-in holster clip right here, so you can see that opens and goes back really quickly, spring-loaded. Now, in terms of how high, I guess, your belt waistband can be, or before you reach the buckle, I would say you have about 2 inches of play. Let's see if I could get on camera. So yeah, roughly 2 inches. So this should be able to kind of slide through most belt waistbands without issue. And then we have a soft and padded area here, again, to protect it. But since the kickstand is going to be resting on here, again, your phone's already going to be protected by that felt area. And this is the retention clip to help you just pop your phone out and then clip it back in. You can also rotate the belt clip in any direction you like, depending on how you want to have this clipped. Now the Z Fold 6 comes in at around 240 grams, give or take. Now if you were to add in just the case without the holster, you're going to be adding an additional 100 grams to that. And again, this is not with the holster. Once you include the holster, you're adding 180 pounds total, so another additional 80 grams once you add in the holster. So you can see it does add a decent amount of weight and of course bulk. I'm going to install the front case first, or the front cover. So I'm going to remove the protective peel, and then I'm also going to remove the peel for the adhesive strips all the way around here. There we go. And now it mentions to just go ahead and place the phone at the bottom edge first, then at the top to make sure it clicks into place. And I've heard those satisfying clicks, so it's now nicely in place. And then I'll just remove the outer protector here, and this is what it looks like with the front cover applied. And now for the rear cover installation. So again, same thing, we're gonna start with the bottom first, and then we're just gonna gently snap that into place till we hear the clicks, just like so. And the case is now properly applied, and you can see very simple and easy process. The thickest part of the case comes in at roughly 21 millimeters, so about 2.1 centimeters thick. All right, so first impressions now that the case is installed on the Z Fold 6 is that I really like how it feels in the hand. And I know not everyone is gonna like this, but because it's a little bit wider, for some reason it just feels, a bit more planted and, more stable of a grip in my hand. Now, you can see that I can easily go ahead and manipulate it, kind of rotate it, and you can hear that noise. And what that is that's the hinge, and you can see, even though it's spring loaded and it goes back into place, just any type of gentle pressure causes it to, just move out of the way. So something to be mindful of. Another thing I noticed is that, this is actually not very good at resisting fingerprints, so it's picking up my fingerprints pretty easily. Now, in terms of if this is glass or plastic, it definitely feels like glass. It has a cool touch to it. So it does say it's glass, and it seems like it is glass. Now, looking at the back, in terms of fingerprints, I could see a little bit, but this is obviously doing a better job than the glass at resisting fingerprints. Now, looking at the ports on here, so everything is nicely cut out and aligned. One of the better alignments I've seen, actually. And then same with the bottom, everything nicely cut out for easy access. And then on the side here, so let's test the Fingerprint Unlock. No problem, very responsive. And because the cutout here or the notch is large enough, I really don't have a problem, kind of finding home and locking and unlocking the phone. Touch functionality is also still good on here, very responsive. You could see I really don't have any issues navigating around and using the phone. Doesn't seem to be a hindrance at all. Do note that there is a lot of reflection going on. Of course, I have overhead lighting, but it doesn't seem like there's any type of, reflective or anti-reflective coatings on here. Once you apply the front screen protector, the images are a little bit washed out, because I do remember looking at this image before I applied the screen protector, and it was a little bit more vivid and saturated, and with the screen protector on, it's a little bit more faded. So something to be mindful of. And you can see how many fingerprints and smudges I'm leaving on there, but it is very easy to clean. You can see it's all gone, but you will have to carry something with you if you have oily fingerprints like me. In terms of gripability, since it is basically a hard plastic type of build, I would say it's in between a matte and smooth type of finish, but we do have some kind of textured areas along the case with very minimal texturing. It's a little bit raised, but it's enough where you have decent grip on the case. It's not just gonna slide out of your hand easily. Getting the S Pen out is fairly easy, so you're just gonna use your finger and slide it. So basically you're just using friction to slide it out. So you can't really pop this out super easy. You do need to slide it a bit to get it, to pop out, and then you can slide it out a little bit quicker. But overall, it seems to be working fairly well. And once the pen is in there, it is not gonna go anywhere. It's solidly in there. Opening and closing the phone is also really easy now that we have a little bit more area to grip and it's not a super smooth finish. And let me just show you what it looks like when I open it this way. So you can see that hinge cover just slides over that left frame or left bezel on the front cover. And surprisingly, this is fairly, secure in here. It's staying well in place. So the adhesive that they've used here is much better than the adhesive on the official Samsung case. I had a major problem with that case, but so far this feels like a much better case than that. Of course, because we have hinge protection, yes, it's not as sleek and stylish looking, but the main job on this case is just protection basically all the way around. And like I showed earlier, the kickstand can be angulated. These are the levels of angulation. So you could just kind of put it down like that and have it in this vertical orientation, or if you wanted to watch YouTube, put it on the side and watch it this way as well. Now, if you want to use the large inner screen, it also works for that. So you can just pop it down like this and make this full screen viewing as well. So yeah, very handy, pretty versatile. Let's look at the camera lens protection. So it's easy to just get grip and slide the protector out of the way, and you could hear those clicks letting you know it's nicely situated. Now if we take a side view, you could see just how much that lip extends from the camera lens module. So anytime you put this down, you're really not going to have any issue putting it on a flat surface. Camera lens are nicely protected. And once it's down, you can see if I'm tapping right side, left side, there's very minimal wobble at all. Now to cover it back, just slide it till it clicks into place. And again, very controlled wobble. The only wobble you're going to see is when you have it fully opened up like this. Obviously, with any case with a hinge protector, this is going to be an issue. So yeah, something to be mindful of. But overall, yeah, pretty good protection all the way around. And here's what the front protection looks like. So you can see again, the bezels or the lips are raised up fairly high so that anytime you put the phone face down, screen down, you're not going to have a problem. And even though there's high enough bezels, I still have the ability to kind of drag out these type of side panels without any type of issues. Here's what the inside of the case looks like once applied, and it's pretty much flush with the actual bezel on the body. So I definitely don't recommend, placing this down ever, inner screen first. I don't know why you would, but yeah, not a good idea with this case. And they have to do it so that everything folds, fairly flat all the way through. Let's take a look at the holster clip. So to put the phone in, you're going to take the hinge side first and put it where these two little clips are. Then you're just going to pull back this one retention clip here, and the phone's just going to slide in nice and secure. You can see I'm just shaking it, dangling it. It's not going anywhere. I'll just go ahead and drop it. And even though I dropped it, yep, the phone is still in there. The clips are still nice and safe. Nothing has cracked. Nothing has come out of place. So yeah, if you're looking for pretty much ultimate protection, or if you work kind of on a job site where your phone is going to get banged or hit, this is perfectly great for that type of scenario. Now, if you wanted to protect the front of the phone further, you can actually go ahead and do it like this. You always have to just keep the hinge where these two clips are, slide this back, and then fit the phone in here. You can also slide this here so everything is nice and protected. That way, if anything gets banged, it's just getting hit on the rear of the body and the screen is protected. Of course, you're not going to be able to see notifications or anything. You're always going to have to remove the clip, pop your phone out, and then, take a look at any type of notifications. So yeah, the TONGATE case for the Z Fold 6 is a pretty good option if your first priority is just, having proper protection for your Z Fold 6. You can see basically every area is covered on here, and you have sufficient lips and padding all the way through. And the holster is a nice touch as well. If you're someone who's, kind of constantly on the go, you don't want to keep your phone in your pocket, then you have quick access to it. The built-in kickstand is nice as well. Of course, you are giving up wireless charging, either Qi wireless charging or MagSafe charging as well. And yeah, the screen protector does pick up fingerprints a lot, and it does kind of make the screen a little bit faded or washed out. It's nothing, like life-changing, and possibly you could just maybe knock that screen protector out and just use the front bezel here and then use some other type of glass screen protector. But all in all, this is actually a great option, having the ability to, house your S Pen in here, both the new S Pen and the older ones as well. So yeah, overall, a very nice case. The adhesive is fairly strong on here, better than the official Samsung case, and you do have extra adhesive slips as well. So if you're interested in picking up the TONGATE case for the Z Fold 6, I'm going to leave some links down below, and if I happen to score any type of coupon codes or discount codes, I'll leave those down in the video description or pinned comments as well. And if I can ask a huge favor, would you mind liking it, subscribing? It truly does help me out quite a bit. And don't forget to check out some of my other tech reviews. I review a bunch of different tech products on this channel. I'll sure you'll find something you like, and I hope to see you in the next one soon.